Hello World Wide Web, my name is Vanessa Martin. In this video, I'm going to teach you a little bit about the exciting technology of 3D printing. To start, here's a brief disclaimer about this video. This video was prepared to complete a course requirement. Contents reflect my knowledge, view on the topic, and does not reflect views of any other person or entity. So what is 3D printing anyway? 3D printing is a manufacturing process that creates a three-dimensional object incrementally or layer by layer by adding material until the object is complete. Let's go through some brief history of 3D printing. The real birth was in 1980. Dr. Hideo Kodama of Nagoya Municipal Industrial Research Institute applied for the first patent relating to additive technology. His idea used a vat of photopolymer material that was then exposed to UV light to harden it. Unfortunately, Dr. Kodama never commercialized his idea, which brings us to 1986. In 1986, Chuck Hull invents stereolithography apparatus, or SLA. His method prints objects layers by layer, using a process of lasers that selectively cause chains of molecules to link together, forming polymers. Hull commercializes it. He founds 3D Systems Corporation. It launches the world's first commercial 3D printing system, the SLA-1. There are two general methods of 3D printing: methods that melt or soften material, and methods that cure liquid materials. Some methods that melt or soften material to produce the layers are selective laser melting, SLM, direct metal laser sintering, DMLS, selective laser sintering, SLS, and fused deposition modeling, FDM. Some methods that cure liquid materials using sophisticated technology are 1. Stereolithography, SLA, or laminated object manufacturing, LOM. What is a 3D printer? A 3D printer is simply a machine that can take a digital 3D model and turn it into a tangible 3D object. Every 3D printer has three basic elements: a digital file, a printing machine, and the printing material. So let's talk about that digital file. A 3D object is created in a 3D modeling program, such as computer-aided design, or CAD, or is scanned by a 3D scanner. It is then converted into the digital file. A digital file tells the printer how to make the 3D object. It divides the object into layers and dimensions that it describes to the printer. What is the printing machine? The actual machine replicates the layers described to it by a digital file. It must have enough free space in which to construct its object. 3D printers use nozzles and/or lasers to deposit the material, then it sets and cures it. What is the material? The printer shapes and extrudes the printing material. This material forms the printed object. Thermoplastics are the most common material used in 3D printers. Thermoplastics are plastics that melt when you heat them and harden when you cool them. ABS is the most commonly used thermoplastic. ABS makes Lego bricks, car interiors, keyboards, and mouse pads. ABS, when cooled, can be sanded and painted and is light in color. So what are some materials? Polylactic acid, or PLA. This, unlike ABS, it is biodegradable. PLA is manufactured using renewable raw materials like cornstarch. Unfortunately, PLA models can deteriorate when introduced to water, and PLA comes in a variety of colors. Next is polyethylene terephthalate. This is ideal for any pieces coming into contact with food. It does not release odors when printed and is 100% recyclable. Some other materials: nylon, which is strong and flexible, labric and laywood, tea glass, ceramics, metals, paper, and food. Printers work with sugar, candy, chocolate, and some with even pasta and meat. Biomaterials, super exciting. These can be synthetic or natural materials. Biomaterials can be used for constructing artificial organs, prosthesis, bones, tissue. Several studies are working on using living tissues to develop applications to print human organs. So what are the advantages of 3D printing? It's more affordable than some traditional methods to make prosthetics, surgical tools, etc. It helps mitigate risk. 3D printed prototypes are inexpensive ways to develop building projects. Quick reproduction. 3D printing only takes hours instead of days. It's easy to customize. Without a mold to alter, 3D printing offers the freedom to personalize products for customers. It's toolless. Tools take time, labor, and cost. Producing new shapes and structure is easy with 3D printing. It uses diverse materials, plastics, metals, glass, ceramics, gold, silver, paper, and biomaterials. It's better quality. It gets rid of the mass manufacturing faults that are potential. It's environmentally friendly. 3D printing is energy efficient and produces less waste. And finally, it's accessibility. More consumers are getting access to 3D printing. You can even buy a 3D printer on Amazon. What are some disadvantages to 3D printing? It's higher in cost sometimes for larger production runs. Time consuming. It has a slower build rate in mass production. It has fewer choices of color and finishes. It's limited in strength and endurance when making parts. There's post-processing can require additional steps. It can be less precise sometimes. There also can be copyright and IP issues. It has a small build volume and may eventually eliminate manufacturing jobs. What is the future of 3D printing in the market? The advancement of 3D technology and future cost cuts will bring 3D printing into the mass market and into our homes at a larger scale. 3D printing may overtake large-scale factory production in the future, which means car parts, which are costly, can be made cheaper and more quickly. Future educational use. Imagine being able to make your own classroom tools or using 3D printing to teach. And also 3D printing coming into your home. We could make replacement parts for the machines around our homes, or even one day maybe produce food. Very Star Trek. The future of 3D printing in medicine is the most exciting. Potentially, we could customize medicine to the patient. There's also bioprinting coming. Human tissue could be printed. This could make replacements for body parts or entire organs when possible. Tailored prosthetics. Very expensive portion of the market then can be made less expensive. Surgery practice. Surgeons could practice and perfect their techniques before the actual operation. Thank you. I hope everyone learned something today. Check out my works cited.